Pretend one day. Ask me if I read a book.
Hey, what's your favorite book?
Oh, I don't read. I'm not boring.
I brought a boombox.
We're at a dinner?
Yeah, we're at dinner.
Yeah.
Do it again.
What's your favorite book, Subin?
Oh, I don't do boring stuff. My bad. Anyways, what you want to do tonight? Ooh.
Welcome to a highly informative video by the Careful Boys. Today we have Rikiya and Subin over there. We have myself and Kalyne over here. And then we got my friends Erin and Jess on that side right there. Yay!
For the ladies.
Let's discuss this. How do guys and girls benefit from pretty privilege?
Pretty privilege.
Oh,
You heard that term before?
pretty privilege. I have heard that term before.
Because there's a distinct difference, I think.
Between the man version and the female version?
Well, just the privilege itself.
Oh,
I think what your options are in life, what you get away with, what people expect of you, how people treat you, it's all like, you know.
Yeah.
How do you think guys benefit as men?
As pretty men.
For men?
Yeah. As pretty gay, homosexual men.
I don't know.
Okay, how do you think a good-looking guy?
I guess like how they approach women, I guess.
You can be creepy.
Yeah, like if
And
Usually.
get away
Yes.
with it.
yeah, hitting on women.
Yeah. And you can have less game.
Cross the
Yeah.
less game for sure.
Yeah, you don't need to do much, but just stand there.
Yeah.
Job resumes or like hiring process is way quicker with them. Pretty boys,
Yeah.
faster.
If you're a good-looking guy with...
Good looking dude, you're consistently booked, especially in the Hollywood industry.
Yeah, it's by your headshot, not by your resume.
Yeah, for Hollywood.
Fancy restaurants, any job really. You're just tall and handsome. You're just booked because the hiring people are probably just like, he's tall and handsome,
Yeah, and he has hair.
luscious hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think for guys, that.
I like what you said, where it's like guys can get away with having no game.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And get away with crime. Like Jeffrey Dahmer's like supposed to be attractive and he killed a
That
lot.
Wade Wilson dude or whatever. You guys know? There's this guy named Wade Wilson. He like murdered like 2 women, and then but like all these other women see his like mugshot and stuff, or like see his court videos, and they're like swooning over this dude.
It's like what happened to Richard Ramirez, right?
It's like Chris Brown. He's above the law.
Yeah, Chris Brown was a really interesting one because I've always been confused about that.
Have you seen him perform?
Yeah.
Dude puts on a show.
He puts on a show. He can actually dance. He can flip.
There's a documentary coming out though.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, that'll be interesting.
Chris Brown documentary.
Yeah.
Do you think
History of Violence.
Do you think R. Kelly could make it because he wasn't as cool as Chris
No,
Brown?
I've seen Trapped in the Closet. I've seen every single one multiple times. R. Kelly has pretty privilege for doing that entire thing
he
and
still
having
got
it
away
still
with
be on the internet.
a lot,
Yeah. Bill Cosby didn't get away with it for, like at the end because he's not pretty enough, I guess.
And he died right after he got out of jail.
Damn. I do agree though, like guys that I know that are like models, they can say the wrong thing all the time and they just still get the A.
You can just be dumb.
It's almost better, it almost works against them when they talk too much.
Yeah,
to
100%.
just-
I don't think I know enough men who are that pretty.
You don't know any like professional,
I guess
beautiful men?
Professional pretty much.
my former roommate, 6'7" actor. Yeah.
Already I will marry him.
Yeah, I was like, who's
Yeah,
your
but I don't feel like he's like privileged in any way. Like I don't know. It's kind of weird. I mean, I guess when we went to the club, all the eyesight was like this, going right past my head into like this.
I think taller dudes, I think pretty privilege for men is height in a lot of ways.
True.
Yeah. The height will get everyone for sure.
That's proven true.
You can be less attractive and be taller, I've noticed, and have like more girls chase you. It's weird. I'm like, that guy is kind of jacked looking, but like in not a good way.
And he has like cargo shorts and like a Hawaiian shirt. Yeah.
still.
It's like, that's okay. He's like 6'5".
And he has flip flops on.
Oh god, make it stop.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's like so confident because he's never been turned down.
He got Ross belt. Every time he wants to pick up shit, it's a Ross belt with the tags still.
the Ross belt.
Ross dress for less. Like, come on, bro. Take that shit off.
Take that shit. Just don't wear a belt.
I like that a Ross belt would be like a deal breaking.
Well, it's like if they're tall, it's like at eye level.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let me help you get that, Ross.
I dated a guy that was like 6'5", and he was just like we ended things because he was just quite possibly the most boring person I've met in my entire
boring.
That's what I hear all the time.
And he said to me, I remember one time, he's like, I don't really get why you're into me because I'm just so boring. I was like, wow, I didn't notice.
That you're self-aware of.
Yeah, and I was like, oh wow, you know what? I was actually, distracted by your pretty privilege. He was really hot and really tall. And then I was like, you are actually very boring.
What was like, so when you say a guy like that's boring, what makes him boring? What's the...
Just golfs, but doesn't even drink when he golfs. Just nothing in common. Can't hold a conversation.
There's just no substance.
And then has to constantly bring up the fact that he's boring.
Is he funny? Is he like, does he make you laugh?
No, not even on accident.
Good Lord, for someone like you, that's a death sentence because you can already laugh at
For a while, I thought I was being really mean to him, because I was. And it was just like, I can't. Yeah. My mom actually told me that after I brought him as a date to a wedding before, and she said that I'm not allowed to bring wedding dates anymore because I was just ignoring him the whole time, and I was like, he's fine.
So you got banned from bringing wedding dates because of him being boring? Yeah.
You are banned for bringing the wackest dude on earth.
I know.
She gets her plus revoked.
Didn't you've had a guy that was like, you felt wasn't making you laugh like that
Oh, I've had a
much,
few.
right?
Yeah, they usually don't.
Because isn't that like, how do you survive if he's not funny?
Yeah, they don't survive very long. Actually, you give them the benefit of the doubt. You try to like,
Put him
you
in
try to-
comedy classes. Oh, look what you got for Christmas!
comedy classes for 3 months.
He's just yes-anding like everything.
Oh god, that's
Comedy
way worse.
intensives. Yeah. Oh my God.
Way worse.
That is worse.
I'd rather take a guy who's
That's
not
worse.
funny than the guy who like takes a class and goes, "I'm funny now." Yes, and.
I feel like when a guy's not funny, it's because they never, or a person, when a person doesn't have a sense of humor, it's they never had to develop one because they never went through like an awkward phase.
My
That's true,
theory
yeah.
is they've never gone through some real shit in their life. Because I feel like humor is a coping mechanism.
Yeah, you can learn it that way too. Yeah. Right.
I laugh when I get nervous.
Life
yeah.
experience, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's true.
That's
very true.
very good point.
Yeah.
We're all hilarious. So.
So clearly we've
But I also can't imagine like, I also would like to laugh in my relationship, so I can't imagine.
Right. It's the same. It's
Well,
not a
don't we
gender
both
thing.
wanna
both
be
wanna
laughing?
laugh, yeah.
Like,
we both want to be entertained.
What does a boring guy want?
like also like what are you doing?
Does he just want silence? Does he just want everything quiet?
Once we were boat shoes and
That sounds
You just want somebody around.
that sounds so boring. Then get a cat.
Yeah, I get a cat, dude.
Like yeah, get like
cats are boring.
no, but somebody around. We're saying then get like
Cats aren't boring.
get an animal because cats are like there, but like they don't need the attention. So like, you know they'll just be like okay hey yeah.
I don't know. It's like, it's shitty too because a lot of times when the guy's boring, he's like a really good dude. Like he's the kind of guy that would like,
Genuinely
if
nice.
somebody fell overboard on a ship, he'd be like the first one to jump in that water. I'm like, I was a wolf. Like you don't even know that person. What are you doing? Like that's nice that those people exist, but
But his jump probably would even
It's
be
like,
boring. It'd probably just be a straight like
like just a
safe dive down. Yeah, it wouldn't even be like excited or
Probably looks like a real life superhero.
But I mean,
even
also
heroic.
when you're not using a life raft, the life raft is also boring. When it's just sitting there, so
I'll make it
it's kind of the same.
could have done that. So also, what do you do when
Missed
like
opportunity.
a man's
life
just
raft.
jumping
Thank
in,
you.
swimming after you? I'd be like, I'm okay. I can do this myself.
You know his personality by swim. Not good. You're too boring.
It's
fine.
like the breaststroke. I'm like,
I'll save myself. Thank you.
But you guys have been on actual boring dates, right?
Oh yeah.
What do you do to get through them?
like you just smile and try to make conversation, like you know,
Yeah.
pulling teeth.
eat more.
You don't try to make yourself less desirable.
Pardon?
You don't like try to make yourself less desirable.
No, because I'm not a psychopath. Like even if you're boring, like you're probably really freaking sweet, like she said. So like I'm still gonna want to like maybe
hopefully.
conversate with you.
It's like yeah.
I'm not a dick, but so no, I'm probably not gonna.
I feel like that is pretty privileged. You find out how boring some people are because of pretty privilege.
Yeah, they have nothing else to
Otherwise, they
invest in.
wouldn't get that close to you to show you how boring they are, right?
Right.
The worst thing you can be besides mean is boring. And it's just like, if you get it, I'm just happy to entertain myself, but I guess, I don't know, what would you do? What would you guys do on a date like that?
Yeah.
There's nothing to do other than just be polite and go through the date. Like if it's a dinner situation, you go through the dinner and then you part ways.
It is rough. I think
Or
it's
get a friend to call you or something and just leave. Or just leave.
Lifeline your way
There's
out.
been one time where I told him, hey, you seem like a nice guy, I'm just not interested, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah. Be direct.
You just keep it super direct.
But that's scary sometimes because a lot of times they become violent and they're like, well, fuck you, bitch. Like, I didn't think I really like you anyway. It's like, why'd you ask me out? It's like, you're fat. It's like, what? Okay. I hope you have a great day.
Well, then,
don't understand
even better than I realized very quickly that I made the right choice.
Yeah.
I think for guys, it is pretty difficult when you have a boring date, only because it just feels like it feels like they don't like you.
Yeah.
I think when you're the guy, like if a guy's just boring, he's just boring.
Yeah.
But if a girl seems bored, you just think she's bored and she's not boring.
Yeah,
I'm just like, damn, maybe I'm not
interesting.
maybe I'm not making the sparks fly, or I'm not like it's my fault. Like,
because usually for guys, it feels like it's our duty to make the.
you got to be the
fun
entertainer guy. Like,
Really? Because I feel like that person.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I feel
shit,
like I'm
no.
the fucking entertainer sometimes.
Oh,
Not
well,
all the
that
time,
that
but like
sucks for
I
sure.
feel like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's not how you should feel.
Yeah, I feel like it should be more on
I
that.
feel like the guys should though. The
Yeah.
guys should be entertaining.
Old school courting rules, I just assume that position that like, hey, let me like host this moment.
Yeah.
And it's a tough crowd when they're like, if it's a boring girl, I don't know that she's boring. I just know tough crowd.
I mean, I've had people who
dying
meet
out
me
here.
halfway. And
Oh,
I've
yeah.
had people who were entertaining as well, but I've also had that too.
Yeah.
And then like also it's like just because the date's boring doesn't mean like you can't be friends after and friend zone. That may be platonic. To bring this full circle.
I mean, maybe they're boring to you, but maybe they're not boring to another person.
Exactly.
You
You
just
don't have boring
don't have the
friends.
same interest. Yeah.
That's always a funny thought too. When you meet somebody that's so boring, you know they're gonna end up with somebody, and it's intriguing to wonder how that's gonna work.
Do you think that they
for
think
you,
you're
but
boring
it's
too,
for
maybe?
them.
I think bored. I think there's a problem. Like, here's my assessment. I think people who are just bored are boring people.
How can you be bored? There's
Literally,
infinity things.
I don't know how you can
If you're
Yeah.
uninterested, you come across as bored.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that can be perceived as you being boring.
Yeah, I get that.
You know, like how people, like if you have no hobbies or no interests, and you're just always bored, and you have to tell people you're bored.
Yeah.
That's like a plague. It's like nobody wants to know that you're bored all the time. That's
That's attention seeking too.
Yeah, or depression, or it's like being a vegan. Like,
Or being a vegan.
it's like I'm bored and I'm a vegan. It's like maybe those things have something in common. Correlation.
Well, hey, look. After my first like date ever, I noticed like that you trying to be the host all the time, being funny. You know what I mean? That sometimes can be rough. That's why you gotta take them to places like a park or something, amusement park, golf courses or something, to have fun stuff to do.
Outside of yourself.
Yeah.
Or like an activity. I thought you meant like a
It's not like you're sitting them down in front of you like for the next 2 hours. It's just me, baby. Make a fucking variety show for her. We got magic. We got
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, or something. You know what I mean? Just just,
I like activity dates.
activity is the best way.
Throw some out there.
Yeah, those are a good way to learn how like they are. Yeah.
And that way you can't get
100%.
bored because you're doing
100%.
activity.
Exactly.
If they are boring, I'll just focus on the activity.
It is.
Because then they have to be extra boring.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And that takes skill then
Also,
to not have fun in your activity.
I think this could be an ick thing, like depending on how they handle themselves, like in an escape room or something. Like, because I've been in an escape room where they break things to try and get out, or like Halloween Horror Nights where they punch people or something.
Oh dear
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Well, it's problem solving. You get to see how people problem solve.
It's like going on a trip with people. You really see them come out and their colors come out because like either I'm gonna push you off that mountain or like you can survive.
That's so Neanderthal, like just breaking stuff to get out.
I don't understand.
He goes to the door that he got in with and just shakes it.
Runs through like the Kool-Aid man.
It's more attractive than that.
Damn.
That's
Yeah, I think like if you took a girl to like, you know, like the arcade or something, like the Japanese arcade or something, with all the games are crazy and it's fun and they're all physical,
Like, I don't want to do DDR.
Yeah.
Why?
and everything, she just play the gun game and just shoot normally.
Is that the rifle one?
She's gotta go.
Deer hunter?
Deer hunter?
Dude, that game's fun.
If
but that's
she
it?
is not sweating after shooting some
You're
of
not
those,
playing
then like she can
Simpsons?
go.
Yeah.
She can go.
It's also, that's more of like an applied attitude too. It's like if they're not applying, then I would be like, is something going on in your life that's like got you down?
Like, do you not want to have fun?
Yeah, that I would hate to think it's me, but I mean, it would probably end there if there's no other answer.
But also you could just buy the car ride there to the event. You could test that.
Oh yeah.
You could test how boring the people are. Hey, I'll pick you up. You know, the shit we're going to. You know what I mean? You just how can you conversate in the car before you even going into dinner?
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah.
Music too, yeah.
What kind of music you want to listen to? That's the first test.
That's the first test? What if she's like, do you got anything boring?
I'm gonna be like, hold on.
Just listens to like white noise.
It comes
Like, oh, you're a serial killer. Sick.
Can you tune it right in between the stations and then just turn it up?
Oh, I got it.
Only a thing the dogs can hear.
NPR, yeah.
I got an idea.
What?
What book do you like to read?
I don't know.
Oh, Alas Babylon.
Okay. Whoa.
So if you guys like to read books,
Really good. It's a story. It's like post-apocalyptic, but it's about community. And after I read it, I was like, I need an artesian water supply. Like all this.
It's called
what's it
Alas
called?
Yeah, it was
Babylon?
written in the 50s, and it's a story. It's like if nuclear fallout happened, and like how do you get alerted, and then how all these like communities had to like rally together and try and like figure shit out. It's really good.
See, if you can't make a conversation off of that topic, you're fucking boring.
Like, even if you don't like the topic, you can make up something else about that.
I read it.
Yes.
Yeah, I can
That's when you can do the yes and. Yes and.
talk about Egypt. There was a lot of incest. Like
That's allowed.
So it's Babylon 5 then?
Babylon.
Stargate Galactica.
Is it Battlestar Galactica? The book?
that was great, guys. We just did a great testing skills right there. How to detect if you're boring. That's pretty good.
How to detect if you're boring.
That's pretty good.
And then also a lot of people have
books.
books.
Liars or whatever, so I mean.
If people have books too, it's like they don't always read them. So you can be like, "What's your favorite book of these that you read? What was your favorite part about it?" They're like, "Oh, actually."
Oh, you're like quizzed them. Yeah.
I like holes.
I'm tired of digging. Kind of like, that's too damn fast. Somebody dressed up like that for Halloween the other year and died.
I would be, if a girl on a date asked me what my favorite book was, I wouldn't have an answer. I don't.
You can list like a comic book even?
No, I wouldn't be able to name. I haven't completed a single book beginning to end since I was in high school.
Let's say one of those.
Yeah, just say that or just flip it. Just what's a book you recommend? I haven't read one.
I would say
exactly.
the Chrono Trigger strategy guide for Super Nintendo. It's amazing. The stats.
Just codes and shit.
Yeah, it's just like
Import tuner.
Right. Pretend one day, ask me if I read a book.
hey, what's your favorite book?
Oh, I don't read. I'm not boring.
Brought a boombox.
Oh, we're at a dinner?
Yeah, we're at dinner.
Do it again.
What's your favorite book, Subin?
Oh, I don't do boring stuff. My bad. Anyways, what you want to do tonight? Ooh.
You just called her hobby boring, dude.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That whole thing, that's too character specific. It'll never work for me. I can't use that.
Did you just in your spaghetti?
Your spaghetti.
But like, if a guy did that on a date, that would kill it. It would be a home run.
Oh, that'd be amazing for us.
No, yeah, but kill it. But some girls are probably like, yo, fucking crazy guy.
I can't believe he's not literate. Like,
How could you
does
predict
that
the answer to what your favorite book would even have in it? How would you ever know that that's coming?
He's like, it's actually my
You're in
book.
for a great night.
I was just saying, you after that.
You're in for an amazing date. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. There you go. Yeah, that's how you know if you're fun or not.
Yeah, that's how you know. Because you're so character specific, man. That's you can't lose.
If you're not making noises to answer questions, I'm like, what are you doing?
What are you
Yeah.
doing? If you're not sound designing your whole experience, what are you doing?
I know.
Why are you here?
You're
Why are you
unbeatable,
here?
man.
why are you here?
Why are you here?
I think that's what's funny about the privilege aspect is that people with privilege get so far to the point where they're like so wrong for the position they're in.
And then they
You know
get
what I mean?
capped.
Yeah, and they get capped. Or they get canned, yeah.
And a lot of times, and I remember like growing up, like there's a lot of like the pretty people in like school would have other people like do their homework for them and everything, and then they're just like not doing well later on. I'm like, how do you not understand how to do division? And,
A victim?
Dude, because I did well in high school, but I never really did my own homework. And then I got to college and I was like, dude, this shit is hard.
Same with me. I cheated through math in summer school for like 2.5 years in a row, and then I couldn't even test into the math that I passed.
My senior year, I did.
That backfires pretty hard.
Yeah,
It does.
high school stuff backfires.
Luckily, I could say it wasn't due to being pretty, it was due to being an idiot.
I just dropped out.
Yeah, but you got a GED, so that's cheating. You got cool again.
At a special school.
Yeah, you redeemed yourself, and that's against the rules.
Damn it.